Good day everyone! Welcome back again to my channel, Makila TV. Don't forget to click the subscribe and bell icon to be updated always. Today's vlog content is all about my China amazing story. But before start, for more information, let's visit the Facebook page of Chinese Embassy Manila and of course, Chinese Ambassador to the Philippines, Wang Silin. I'm Makila Lopez de la Cruz, college student at Pangasinan State University, Bayambang Campus. These are my China amazing story, do you know? Chinese culture is one of the world's oldest cultures tracing back to the thousands of years ago. Important components of Chinese culture include ceramics, architecture, music, literature, martial arts, cuisines, visual arts, philosophy, and religion. Chinese culture stretches to the corners of the world through the overseas Chinese population and influence, but it can still seem in a very different and mysterious culture. Here are 10 fascinating facts that will help you to understand Chinese culture. Let's proceed! First, China is influenced deeply by Confessionism. Confucius' temple is revered for teaching doctrines key to Chinese culture. Confucianism places a heavy emphasis on the importance of respect for rulers, family, and social harmony. It is a national philosophy but also a religious system of beliefs even over 2,500 years old. Confucian beliefs are still ingrained in mainstream ethics and religion, and this can be seen as you travel throughout China. Second, China is the Middle Kingdom. The Chinese for China Zhongguo can be translated as the Middle Kingdom, reflecting the ancient Chinese worldview that China is the center of the world. This led to the haughty refusals of foreign trade, the military defeats by Europe, and forced treaties marking the end of the imperial era. Chinese people are very proud of their long history and profound culture, which you are likely to notice on your trip when you communicate with Chinese people and visit tourist sites, which often have signs to emphasize their importance in global history. Third, there are great emphasis on the family. Visiting a local when the young should learn about family structure by visiting a local family. Chinese people place great importance on family and family structure. Marriage, family, and children, they are all extremely important, and many Chinese families revolve solely around the youngest children. Grandparents tend to live with their children even after they are married and have their own children. And even the children are expected to look after their parents once they are married and working. When it is time to celebrate a traditional festival, family gatherings are the key. Fourth, ping pong is the most popular sport in China. Ping pong, also known as table tennis, is the most popular amateur sport in China, with approximately 300 million regular ping pong players. Basketball, volleyball, and badminton are more popular with Chinese youth nowadays, but table tennis remains the number one with a growing older population. Chairman Mao made ping pong the national sport in the 50s as a vehicle to recovering national pride and facilitating international relations. This explains why China always does so well global in a ping pong tournaments, better than any other country at any sports. This also explains why many neighborhoods in China have a public ping pong tables, as Chinese people love to play sports together outside, especially the elderly. Chinese calligraphy is a revered art form. Chinese calligraphy is more than art writing. It is about discovering the deeper meaning of Chinese characters. Fifth, we have in China calligraphy itself is revered and much practiced traditional art form that has also led to the development of many other Chinese art forms. Example of this include silk carvings, ornate paperweights, and ink stones. Calligraphy in China has many different categories which you can learn about through your travels through China. Six, we have Chinese Kung Fu can be dated in a Chinese Kung Fu that will be primeval society when people use cudgels to fight against wild beasts, which gradually turn into form of self-defense and hunting. Later on, Kung Fu evolved to be a kind of martial art used to train soldiers and improve their morale ahead of wars at a time when there were various battles fighting over land and philosophies. For example, the spring and the autumn period. An example of the films for the best film, we have The Legend of the Drunken Master in 1994, Iron Monkey in 1993, Kung Fu Hustle in 2004, Into the Dragon in 1973. the 36th Chamber of Shaolin in 1978, the IP Man in 2008. 7th, we have tea can show your social status in China. Mijiwo Tea Plantation in Hangzhou is at the center of Chinese tea culture. Tea is the national beverage of China. In this traditional Chinese tea culture, the way you drink tea and which tea you drink can show your social status. Today, having a pot of tea when visitors come around is a typical way of welcoming said visitors. Tea ceremonies or visits to tea houses can also be an important way to finish business transactions. 8. We have the Han or the majority, and officially China has 55 minorities. The Chinese government officially recognized the 56 ethnic groups in China, but Han ethnicity make up the most, an estimated 92% of the total Chinese population. Each ethnic minority has their own social customs, language, culture, dress, language, and more. Traveling to places like Guangxi or Yunnan will allow you an insight into these different groups. You all have varying cultures. The traditional Chinese festival are key to the Chinese culture. Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival moon cakes are traditionally eaten for Mid-Autumn Festival. Traditional festivals lie somewhat centrally to Chinese culture. The most important festivals include the festival also known as the Chinese New Year, the Lantern Festival, the King Ming or Tom Sweeping Festival, Dragon Boat Festival, and Mid-Autumn Festival. And for the last is learn to apply official makeup for the Peking opera. Applying the official makeup for Chinese traditional opera is a traditional art. It is characterized by exquisite patterns or bright colors and fine smooth lines applied by painting with brush and by applying by hand to achieve artistic exaggeration. Get a taste of this art form from an expert teacher. As you apply the makeup to mask, you can choose the makeup for your favorite character. This view applies to China's foreign strategy because China sees all countries, big or small, as equal. Big and powerful countries should not bully small and weak ones. Big countries should not measure other countries against their own values and political system, nor should they despise, attack, or even exterminate those countries that do not comply with their own values to the world. Regardless of the size, all countries should respect each other, learn from each other, and pursue coexistence in mutual development. That's all. Thanks a lot for all my viewers. I hope that you'll learn something new today all about my China amazing my China amazing story. That's all. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to be updated on this. That's all. Thank you.